All right, stick with me here. You and I are about to watch a new guy transfer to an elite Korean academy, and instantly the class baddie asks for his socials. But this dude has zero clue what Facebook or TikTok even are. It is absolutely wild. In fact, growing up, he never once touched a smartphone in his entire life. Turns out Kang-gon is actually one of North Korea's absolute best spies. He started brutal physical training at age 6 and completely finished high school by 10. At 12, he mastered all military weapons. By 16, he could solo a high-ranking officer and still fight them to a dead tie. As for his family, his dad is the absolute #1 hacker in North Korea. Plus, his mom is an assassin the whole world completely fears. Raised from childhood to be an ultimate agent, his new mission is to infiltrate South Korea's insanely wealthy rich kids. The very next day, at Seoul International School, Kang-gon has a shiny new smartphone on his desk whenever anyone walks past. He casually glances around to see if they notice his new tech. His classmate Ara is totally speechless. Very quickly, Kang-gon spots her staring right at him. So he immediately flexes his super trendy blue phone. Ara cannot help but laugh. Bro is flexing a basic phone when everyone else already has one. Dong-gu turns to him, "You got a phone." But suddenly, a red-haired guy walks over, grabbing his shoulder. He questions Dong-gu while glaring at Kang-gon. "You two friends?" Dong-gu stammers. "Gon is tutoring my math." The other guy stays completely quiet, narrowing his eyes, but Kang-gon refuses to flinch, staring right back at him. The redhead pats Dong-gu, chuckling. "All right, you definitely need the extra studying." Then his face turns deadly, "But I have business with him." "Watch closely, things get crazy right here." Dong-gu silently leaves. The redhead smirks, mocking Kang-gon with a seriously arrogant glare. "Who is this red-haired punk?" "That is Go Jin-wook, CEO of Juzem and the second son of a massive political heavyweight, Assemblyman Go Yang-chan. The top candidate for the upcoming presidency." Kang-gon shifts his gaze to the guy standing right next to Jin-wook. "That is Hwang Gwang, eldest son of Daejong Group's chairman. They are a top 30 massive corporate empire focusing entirely on the global sports industry." Kang-gon casually smirks, smiling brightly at them. "Hey, should I go ahead and tutor you guys in math too?" Hearing that, the two rich kids are furious. Nobody ever talks back to them. Jin-wook walks away, casually dropping an order to Gwang. "Make sure he doesn't bother anyone." He then heavily places a hand on Kang-gon's shoulder. "Hey there, transfer student. The absolute most important thing around here is knowing your proper place." He leans in aggressively close to Kang-gon's face, his voice sounding exactly like a direct command. "Stay quiet and do not draw any attention to yourself, got it?" Then his hand violently squeezes his shoulder. Kang-gon's eyes instantly go dead dark, and his entire body explodes with a terrifying, bone-chilling aura. That friendly look is completely gone, replaced by the insane glare of a wild predator staring down its next meal. In a total blur, he swings his arm, striking Gwang before the rich kid even realizes what just happened. You can literally see the dent in his neck, and get this, Kang-gon only used the soft part of his hand. If he went all out, that dude would be totally dead. You and I both saw that coming, right? Well, think again, that was literally all in his imagination. Because honestly, absolutely destroying these rich kids right now would just cause way too much drama. Back in reality, Gwang is still acting all high and mighty, bossing him around. "I said do not draw any attention, understand?" But Kang-gon does not answer, he just calmly smiles and asks a simple question. "What do you mean by not drawing attention?" While speaking, he slowly raises his left hand. Gwang just stares, completely confused about what this transfer kid is even trying to do. He simply watches Kang-gon's left hand calmly rest right over his wrist, and then, boom, Kang-gon violently crushes it. Gwang is instantly hit with an absolutely blinding wave of pure agonizing pain. It feels exactly like his hand is caught in a hydraulic press, literally seconds away from snapping in half. The insane pain forces the rich kid to completely collapse, dropping hard onto one knee. Now the only thing left in Gwang's eyes is pure, unadulterated terror. Kang-gon just smiles pleasantly and asks, "Is this how people make friends around here?" Meanwhile, Jin-wook is sitting at a nearby desk, watching this entire insane scene unfold. He instantly realizes this new kid is absolutely not someone you can just bully. Back over there, Gwang aggressively rips his hand away. Completely humiliated and furious, thick veins are literally popping out of the rich kid's forehead. He tried to flex on the transfer student, but just ended up getting completely embarrassed in front of everyone. Beyond salty, the guy immediately winds up a heavy punch, fully intending to strike Kangan right in the face. "You bastard, do you want to die?" But facing that incoming punch, our main character literally could not care less. Instead, his eyes totally shift focus to somewhere else in the room. Right up on the ceiling, there is a security camera. He suddenly remembers the exact warning his dad gave him before the mission. In South Korea, there are surveillance cameras literally everywhere, with just a few insanely simple clicks. His dad had easily hacked directly into the entire school's security grid, from the classrooms to the cafeteria. From the physical training rooms all the way over to the teachers' offices, literally nothing escapes their sight. Kangan is honestly mind-blown that his goofy dad actually has some seriously god-tier hacker skills. His dad just laughs smugly, bragging that dealing with basic hackers is child's play for him. Kangan excitedly clenches his fist. His old man truly is the #1 hacker back home. "Comrade, I knew you were the greatest computer expert in North Korea." His dad just glares at him. "Hey, drop that formal tone right now. Fix it." Kangan instantly replies all seriously, "Yes, sir." Finally, his dad gives him one absolute warning. "You absolutely cannot use violence here. Remember, everything is constantly being recorded." Snapping back to reality, Gwang blindly charges in to throw hands, but Kangan easily dodges his clumsy strike. Then he casually slaps both hands on the edge of the desk and shoves it hard, slamming it directly into the rich kid's stomach. Gwang gets violently pushed completely backward, barely managing to grab the desk behind him just to stay standing. Getting totally outplayed by the main character yet again, he is absolutely furious. Veins bulge all over his red face, eyes literally shooting sparks of pure rage. "You total bastard, how dare you?" But facing this salty guy, Kangan stays perfectly calm, not saying a single word. Suddenly, from the back of the room, Ara loudly screams for them to stop. Gwang completely flinches and glances back at her. She yells right at him, "Are you seriously going to stoop to that pathetic level?" Then Jin Wook suddenly interrupts. "This transfer student clearly does not know our rules at all." He glares at Kangan with absolute annoyance. "Well then, I guess he really needs to be taught a strict lesson." Ara intensely narrows her eyebrows. "I said stop because it is honestly pathetic to watch. You too." Gwang finally backs down, terrified to disobey her. He angrily grinds his teeth, glaring at Kangan. "Trust me, you and I absolutely want to see what happens next." "Stick with me here, guys." The main character just smiles and says, "Meet you alone, just the two of us." The bully is absolutely seething right now. He furiously storms off and the classroom vibe goes back to normal. Our guy thinks to himself, 4 stars means a prime target for recruitment. How should he make his move? A little while later, a blonde teacher waves to the class. "Hello, everyone," she cheerfully greets them all. Kang frowns in his seat, busy plotting his next recruitment step. The teacher gives him a friendly smile, pointing right at him. "We have a new face here, so nice to meet you. Think you can keep up with a native-speaking class?" He figures he will handle the recruitment later. "Don't worry about that, ma'am," he replies perfectly. The teacher on the podium is completely surprised. "Your pronunciation is actually really good." "Where did you study?" He calmly answers, "The New York International School. I moved back to South Korea for my dad's job." Hearing this major flex, the whole class instantly starts whispering. Clapping her hands together, the teacher happily adds, "Talking with Kang will really help everyone improve their language skills. Your accent is literally straight out of America." Praised like that, our boy immediately tilts his head up, looking incredibly smug. Lara looks back from the front row, sees his goofy expression, and totally cracks a smile. Sitting one row to the right are Jin Suk and Gu Yang. These two goons are glaring at him with pure hatred, mainly because he is the very first person in class to ever talk back to them. When break time hits, a bunch of girls gather around his desk, chatting excitedly. "Wow, your pronunciation is even better than our actual teacher from New York. Why didn't you say anything yesterday?" 3 girls stare at Kang like they want to eat him alive, making our guy sweat bullets. He just sits there frozen, totally speechless. Suddenly, Kang pulls out his brand new phone and flashes it in front of the girls. Out of nowhere, a hand reaches over and snatches his phone right away. Turns out it is Lara. She inspects the device and asks, "Is this from our company?" The corner of Kang's mouth curls up into a massive smirk as he thinks, "Mission accomplished, I totally got her attention now." He just cannot help but brag, "I officially have an Instagram now, by the way." she looks super surprised and asks, "Wait, really?" "I know exactly what you are thinking, but check this out." Curious, she taps his profile. It is fully packed with family vacation photos from the Forbidden City in Beijing, China, all the way to the Eiffel Tower in Paris, France. But no matter the location, he has the exact same pose and deadpan expression. Haters would totally say these pics are photoshopped. Lara scrolls through and praises him. "Your family looks so happy," Kang laughs to himself. His dad is genuinely the greatest Photoshop wizard in North Korea. How crazy is that? The next day, Kang is standing in a big crowd of students waiting for their rides. He keeps looking back and forth, clearly anticipating something epic to happen. Since this is a totally elite school for rich kids, there is absolutely no shortage of crazy expensive cars around. He remembers exactly what his old man told him. "I got a new ride today, so wait for me after class." Seriously, what is his dad planning? Time slowly passes and everyone else quickly gets picked up. When Lara walks past him, she suddenly turns around and waves. "See you tomorrow." Kang just silently watches her walk away until she completely disappears from his sight. A sly smirk creeps onto his face. She is definitely interested in him, but he totally misses Gu Yang and Jin Suk creeping up right behind him. Suddenly, Gu Yang grabs his shoulder. Maybe I should tag along, he thinks, realizing he needs to recruit these clowns too, so he casually asks them, "Where exactly do you guys want to take me?" Gu Yang ignores the question and coldly snaps, "Get in the car," while I am still asking nicely. Without waiting for an answer, the two punks follow their massive bodyguard toward a bright yellow car parked across the street. A weird flash of excitement totally lights up his eyes. Oh yeah, this is the perfect recruitment opportunity. To get the mission done, he follows them without a single ounce of hesitation. Just then, the roaring sound of a massive car engine echoes out, and a flashy red ride pulls up. That insane noise makes absolutely everyone on the street turn their heads. It is a bright red convertible zooming in at completely breakneck speeds, but thanks to the god-tier driving skills of the guy behind the wheel. The sports car pulls over perfectly smooth, while absolutely everyone watches in awe. The car door opens up and a man steps right out. It is Kang's fake dad. Seeing our boy, he aggressively waves. "Son, I am here to pick you up. It is me, Dad." The vibe completely dies and the street goes dead silent. We both felt the cringe on that one, right? The bullies are completely speechless, and Kang is sweating bullets over his dad's crazy flashy entrance. When Kang straight up ignores him, he yells again, "It is your dad." But before he can scream anymore, Kang speed walks right to the car, lanes down, and whispers something totally secret into his ear that nobody else around can hear. After that, his dad quickly gives a big thumbs up. "Made new friends again, you taking their ride?" Hearing this, our guy finally lets out a huge sigh of relief. Crisis averted. His dad laughs, "All right then, I will see you at home." Once his flashy dad finally drives away, Kang can genuinely relax. He turns back around to finish their little chat. The two punks are glaring at him with pure rage now. "You seriously need to be taught a lesson." After that threat, Kang hops right into their car. The yellow car slowly rolls through the city streets. Jin Suk rides shotgun while the massive bodyguard drives. Kang and Gu Yang sit in the back, and our boy wonders exactly where they are taking him. Pretty quickly, the car parks at a tall skyscraper. Kang opens the door, steps out, and is immediately greeted by a massive sign that reads TG Sport. Jin Suk turns around and points. "Go inside, I will be right behind you." From the back, the huge bodyguard warns Kang, "Once we are off school grounds, I have strict orders to not leave you alone for even a single minute." The guy narrows his eyes, and Kang senses this dude is dangerous. Then everyone heads into the building. Inside is a massive, super modern sports gym packed with high-end equipment. Kang thinks to himself, is this some kind of secret training facility? Suddenly, a man walks out to greet them. "You finally made it. You cleared out cage number 3, right?" Jin Suk lifts his chin and smirks, obviously. Gu Yang snaps, "Do not let anyone else in." The guy instantly bows his head. "Yes, sir." Then the man leans over and whispers to Kang, "Just apologize unconditionally. I will call an ambulance for you, so it is honestly better if you pass out quickly." Totally confused, Kang asks, "Wait, what ambulance?" Gu Yang suddenly screams at him across the room, "Get over here right now." The loud yell completely startles the gym guy, who quickly stands up straight. After that, Kang is led straight to an octagon cage. Gu Yang is already taking off his shirt, slapping on some fighting gloves and warming up his massive muscles. Kang just stands perfectly still, watching this whole ridiculous display without saying a single word. From outside the cage, Jin-suk mocks him. It has been forever since someone walked in here looking like that. Kang simply asks, "You want me to spar with him?" Jin-suk laughs like a maniac. "Sure, call it whatever you want. That's where we leave it, and trust me, you're going to want to see this fight." His eyes show pure madness. "If you get it, sign right here." Guang points his finger at the paper on the table. Kang narrows his eyes, coldly scanning every single clause on it. This is a strict waiver stating the cage match is totally mutual. If any brutal injuries happen, absolutely no one can press civil or criminal charges against the other party. Let's dive right into this crazy setup. He figures out these rich kids are actually pretty smart, calculating the exact legal fallout of brutally beating someone up. If the victim signs this shady document, those punks walk away with zero consequences. Kang looks up and asks Jin-suk, "You really want me to sign this?" The guy grins. "What is wrong? Are you scared now? If you get on your knees and bark like a dog, I will let it slide." Kang just stares back with a completely ice-cold look. Jin-suk immediately looks annoyed by this. Why zero reaction? This dude is seriously weird. Kang turns his back to him and asks, "There is no recording allowed in here, right?" Guang frowns when he hears that. "What, you little punk, what the heck are you talking about?" Kang grabs the pen to sign and asks, "Do I seriously have to fight?" Jin-suk just laughs mockingly. "Did you drink too much foreign water and forget the language? Our boy Guang easily crushes Korean national champions, so if he hits you, you are pretty much dead meat." Over on the other side, Guang is completely ready to go. He is super hyped to personally teach Kang a brutal lesson, but suddenly, Kang shoves the signed waiver right in his face. Taking off his shirt, he says, "You need to sign this right now too, hurry up." Inside the octagon cage, Guang stretches his massive shoulders while giving him a super arrogant glare. Kang totally ignores the guy, just focusing on putting his gloves on. The bully starts taunting him. "You little punk, look at your face, you are completely frozen in fear right now." He warms up while stepping aggressively closer. Kang thinks to himself, "What am I supposed to do with this guy?" Normally, against these cocky little kids, one single punch from him would be an instant knockout. However, they are currently in South Korea, so he really cannot just do that. In his head, he starts running a simulation of their upcoming cage fight. When the guy attacks, he could easily dodge and use that opening to land a devastating strike right into his ribs. But wait. That method is out too, because one solid hit would literally turn the kid's organs to mush. Eye gouging is off the table. He does not want to blind the guy, and going for a cheap low blow is way too savage to even consider right now. Here is where it gets crazy. Pay attention. In his mind, every single move leaves this punk either dead or crippled. He is genuinely stressed about how to discipline this kid safely. Right then, Guang launches a massive punch straight at him. Kang just glances over, instantly reading the entire movement, and he easily dodges out of the way without breaking a single sweat. Seeing that, the guy throws another wild left hook, but our boy just tilts his head, making the heavy strike hit absolutely nothing but empty air. Noticing this, he starts sweating heavily, realizing Kang is nothing like the weaklings he usually bullies. Even the bodyguard and Jin-suk are starting to look at him in a completely different light. Guang suddenly backs up a few steps, taking a defensive stance to ask Kang, "Hey punk, have you been training lately?" But facing his loud question, our main character just stays completely silent. He angrily grits his teeth, screaming, "You little punk, did you go totally mute?" But the only response he gets is a super casual, indifferent stare from Kang. He grinds his teeth super hard, blue veins literally popping out on his face. Bitter and furious, he rushes in to strike. "What is up with that look, you jerk?" But before he can even do a single thing, the kid gets violently slapped across the face. His movement is so insanely fast that the bully cannot even see it coming. Even Jin-suk and his huge bodyguard have absolutely no clue what just happened right there. Getting his cheek checked by our main character makes him turn purple with rage, his eyes flashing blood red. "You utter jerk." He charges forward while screaming in pure anger, "I am going to kill you." But the dude just gets brutally smacked like a child by Kang a second time, and once again he literally sees nothing. Suddenly, a heavy atmosphere takes over, and the whole room drops into absolute dead silence. You and I both know what is coming next. Refusing to quit, he opens his mouth to curse Kang out, but a split second later, he gets slapped a third time, completely wrecking his face. The impact is so insanely heavy, his legs finally give out. Super fast, the kid hits the mat hard, leaving only Kang standing casually right there. Just like that, he claims total victory with merely 3 casual slaps. Seeing an outcome like this leaves Jin Zuk and the bodyguard totally horrified. He calmly tells them, "Do not worry, there are no serious injuries here, I held back a lot." After that epic flex, he opens the cage door and walks right out. "If we are completely done here, I am leaving." Jin Zuk immediately screams out, "Hey, stop right there." Hearing that, he frowns, looking genuinely confused about what else this rich kid could possibly want. Then, Jin Zuk practically sprints downstairs and steps right up in front of his face. Surprisingly, he is not even mad, but actually super cheerful as he says, "From now on, you are going to be my right-hand man." Kang asks in pure shock, "Right hand what?" Jin Zuk excitedly tells his bodyguard, "This guy is way too strong." Meanwhile, Kang is totally lost. "A right-hand man, what the heck?" Jin Zuk slowly explains his crazy logic. "From this moment on, you will officially be my right-hand man. You already know exactly who my dad is, right?" Hearing this specific detail, our guy remembers his actual secret mission and simply nods his head in agreement. The rich kid throws an arm around his shoulder. "Let us go, I am treating you to a massive feast to celebrate." Kang thinks, "I cannot believe this mission is going so smoothly. I literally just destroyed his main lackey, yet everything is still perfectly on track, absolutely unreal." Later that evening when Kang heads home, his mom greets him right at the door. "Oh, my son is finally back." His dad asks, "Did you manage to make any new friends today?" He casually replies, "Yeah, I did." His mom smiles and asks, "What about dinner time?" He slowly turns away saying, "I already ate with a friend, I am going to rest early tonight." His parents just look at each other, totally confused by what is going on. Kang heads to his room, shuts the door, and instantly crashes onto his bed from pure exhaustion, rubbing his tired forehead. This undercover mission is seriously not easy at all. He thinks back to when Jin Zuk dragged him to a super fancy restaurant. The rich kid asked him, "Well, this place is pretty nice, right? This is where I usually come with my family, so eat as much as you want." Kang uses his knife and fork to slice a piece of beef steak, slowly bringing it up for a taste. Unexpectedly, the insane flavor instantly freezes him because it is just that good. The beef is cooked to absolute.
If you enjoy this kind of content and want to watch more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to leave a comment, give the video a like, and click the notification bell so you'll never miss my latest uploads. Thank you for your support.